You know, sometimes people have asked me personally, what is this peace thing all about? And I will answer as honestly as I can that I'm not a particularly quote unquote peaceful individual. In other words, I don't do yoga. I have seldom been on the top of Mount Tuam or Mount Shasta practicing asanas or doing other peaceful things. But I do find a huge core reservoir, well, of calmness, of depth, of deep feeling. I could sometimes call it love, of continuity that happens in my day. And I call that peace.
I really feel like it actually put me in touch with my heart. I mean, I always knew I had a heart. I always knew that it was very simple. And when I went to this peace class and listened, immediately it spoke to my heart. My heart responded. That's how I really feel that it made a difference.
So people often ask, you know, in a word, what is the peace class? Well, at a structural level, it's 10 classes that consist of videos, sometimes animations, sometimes interviews, with primarily one speaker. His name is Prem Rawat. He is very passionate about taking this very simple message to everyone on the planet, if possible. He has self-financed himself over his entire life. He's a speaker, an internationally acclaimed author. He also is a pilot and an artist and a poet and a real good cook and a whole bunch of other things. But he has a gift, and one aspect of the peace class that we see throughout is encouraging people to find and ask ourselves, what is my gift to the world? What am I best at? Where can I contribute where I feel the most?
The themes of each week are simple and something familiar to all of us, I think, but the way that the program is designed, it really does affect people differently. It's individual for all of us, but the message is so important. It's really about understanding who you are and knowing yourself as an individual, and I think that that's important for ourselves, but also for our communities and the world today. You know, that gives you the opportunity to be responsible for yourself and then bring that out into the world.
I think this kind of a teaching is so valuable for all of us right now, because it's simply bringing us back to what's already within us and helping us know ourselves in a new way, which when we each know ourselves in a new way, then that filters out to the collective. So when there's suffering that we're seeing in our communities around us, when we have a little bit more light within us to shine a little bit brighter so people can see a little bit clearer, it's just so helpful.
So what's new this year, of course, or in this last period of time, thanks to COVID, is we are now presenting the class online as opposed to where we've traditionally produced it at the Salt Spring Library. What that allows, it allows for just a wider variety of people to be able to patch into and listen to it in the comfort, you know, of your own house, the classic phrase. Who might be interested in something like this? Well, really, we've had young people as young as 16 years of age involved with this, and we've had a 92-year-old involved with this. So that shows you some of the demographic of people that might have an interest. And throughout the 1-hour sessions, there are times just to pause and think and consider and reflect to yourself for moments. There are times where individuals can share. That's completely optional. Some people are expressives and some aren't. Some prefer not to share and just be private with their thoughts. Either is completely okay and acceptable. And the purpose of these 10 seminars, 10 classes, is to encourage us to find strengths that we already have that are I don't know how to say it, that are pre-existing is one way of saying it.
Ooh. And I'm overjoyed, like, right, I get it. Or I want this, I want to know more about this, you know? That's important. And I get to, each week it was like, I have time to just consider what was said, contemplate, think about. So important.